going to have to make a distinction between sexual market value and personal worth, okay? Because women tend to conflate those two. So if I say, well, you know, you're successful, you got a career, you went to college, you make $100,000 a year, blah, blah, blah. Where's my man? How come I don't have a man right now? Well, the reason is because you've turned yourself into the man that you wanted to marry. That's why. So what happens is we sort of sell women this bill of goods that they need to follow sort of this masculine alpha male life plan. And then they get to 35, 36 years old and they go, where's the guy? Where's the guy that I'm supposed to be with? Well, it's because as things track, the thing is that men and women find different things attractive in the opposite sex. Women believe that men should find things attractive about them that women would naturally find attractive in a man. Yep. So when we're looking at between the ages of 18 and about 28 years old, you'll hear people talk about this online all the time. That's the hoe phase, right? That's the party years.
What's the hoe phase?
The hoe phase, 18 to 28.
Oh, you know it. Come on, Coco.
18 to 28 years old.
I would say 18 to 24,
okay.
If in my experience.
All right, well, the reason I rounded off to the 28 is because 29, 30, 31 is the epiphany phase, and I'll talk about that here in just a second.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
and I know well,
she just had an epiphany right there, bro.
I know what you're going to say, too, because I did read that one post you had on Instagram.
I have over 1,000.
If you have read my work, I have the infamous graph. I think I showed it when I was with on Patrick's show. So at the peak levels, women sexual market value peak years is about 23 years old. And that's when women are the most fertile. That's when they can have children the easiest. That's when they are at the peak of fertility, their youth. That is the year. That is the age at which every guy from 15 all the way to 95 pegs as the most attractive that women are.
23?
At 23, between 22 and 24. So I average it out to 23.
I barely knew how to brush my hair when I was 22.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I know. You know what? Honestly, when I'm looking at and I'm talking strictly physical right now. When I look at my photos, 20, 21, 23, I'm so much hotter right now. Like I just know how to dress better. I know how to do my hair. I know how to do my makeup.
We should probably get like a comparison there and take a poll.
Feel free.
So women's peak potential in the sexual marketplace is 23, and for men, it's about 36. Now, does that mean that 36-year-old guys are banging 23-year-old girls? Absolutely not. I'm just saying that they're mutually exclusive, okay? So the 23-year-old girl is at the peak of her potential. The guy who's 36, assuming he's made the most of himself and he's the best version of himself that he can be, it's probably going to happen right around 36, 37, somewhere in there, okay? Because it takes longer for him to do so, to work his way up that hierarchy, as I was saying. As this happens, the problem is that once women get down to about 30 years old and men are on their ascension to their peak, that point right there where and I call it the peak or the ascension, whatever it is, the peak potential for them. That you'll also notice that is exactly the year or right around the year that most men and women get married. When a woman is just on her declination and the guy is on his ascent when it comes to sexual market value. So the guy, and you'll see this is in the United States, it holds true anyways. The average age of first marriage in the United States for men is about 29 to 30 years old. For women, it's about 28 to 29. Right, exactly as that is happening. And so what happens is women want to check out of the sexual marketplace before they age out, and it's that expiration date. And men, they're hoping that men are going to be stupid enough to not to not know that they're going to have more sexual selectivity when they get to be 36, 37 years, right? Women don't want to look older. They want to look what? Younger. So the cosmetic industry is not this multi-trillion-dollar juggernaut because women want to look older. It's because they want to look as if they were 23 years old, because that's what men are looking for. They're looking for that. That's what we base our attraction.
I have a question.
On.
Are we talking strictly physical appearance here, or you're saying in general?
No.
Because I see, this is my actual serious question. If you are successful entrepreneur, CEO, whatever, you're smart, you're a lawyer, doctor, whatever you are, and you're 30 something, let's say you're 37, and you start dating a girl who's 22, 23 on the peak, right? What are you talking to her about? She doesn't have any you can think she's hot as much as you want, I'm sure she is, but that's not your life partner. Maybe she is super mature and maybe you're going to have something to talk to, maybe she's whatever. But when
you're looking at this in the perspective of from a woman.
Okay, but let me continue.
Do guys want an unintelligent? Like, first of all, why do we presume that a woman who is 23-year-old is not intelligent enough to get with the guy? That's number one. Number two is
I'm not done with my statement.
Most guys at that age who have that peak sexual selectivity, they're not looking for for a long-term partner. They're not looking for at 23. They're looking right around 26 or 27.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got confused as soon as you cut me out. So I'm just saying, I have a lot of friends who are in their early 20s because I have whatever.
Yeah.
And when I'm sitting there, me as a 31-year-old woman, I'm sitting there. I'm like, you guys have I just can't even sit here anymore. There's nothing to talk about. And these girls are smart. They go to nice schools. They come from a good family, but their vision of life and it's just like there's nothing you have in common. So when you're 23 and you get together with somebody who's 37, a successful lawyer, and you're just like, you got in your dreams to sorority, like you guys are not in the same.
I actually agree with